Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again to the live stream. Hey, Joe Valan. She said, good morning, Mr. Roach. Having a blessed Sunday. Watching here in Don Pablo Hills, Barangay, Guadalupe, St. Carlos City. Wow. Thank you. Stopping by. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I know y'all on here. Michael Beach Life, Jacob Tanje. I really appreciate y'all, man. We're taking the high road in 2025. Hopefully, y'all won't even have to use them damn wrenches. All my old heads that's dealt with genius and all of y'all. What's up, King B? All my fourth quarter members. Just cause I know you over in Guimaras Island right now, cause. All my fourth quarter members, thank y'all. That's Jeffrey Chatter. And anybody catching this on replay. We always have a topic. Today's topic is with all the information available, why are men still being scammed online? Now, I had another topic. I was going to interview Jonah, but after talking it over with Marilyn, I decided the best thing to do with that, if they both want to come on together, okay, I'm not just going to get one side of the story. It would seem like I'm getting in the middle of that because it came out of the clear blue sky for me. She's a nice woman. I don't know either one of them. And the guy, he's a fellow YouTuber. So that's another reason I'd like to get his side too. And if we can't do that, then I won't do it at all because it would seem unfair. But I did want to give y'all a Filipino's perspective because when they're angry, they'll give you the nitty gritty. Otherwise, they're gonna sugarcoat everything. But she's upset. So I knew she was gonna put some stuff out there, but I didn't want to get him in any trouble. I told her beforehand, don't even mention his name. Okay. We were gonna make an interview about her, but I decided not to do it. Like I said, we're taking the high road in 2024. But the invitation is out there for both of them if they want to come on here together. Okay, and talk it over and then okay. What's up? What time is it, Travels? Yeah, he says, this is next thing I was going to say. He said, what time is it? What's up, Cal and the Sunshine Shows crew? Glad you got the guest house lights working again. Yeah, the gentleman, man, we found another electrician. The electrician who did the work, he's just so busy. He's like one of the top electricians, probably on Negroes Island, but this guy is good too. And he's honest and he's thorough. And, the guest house is connected to the main line. And the line that was running from the main line to the guest house, it was melting for some reason, is what he was telling me. He had to replace that. That's the reason why it was short. But everything's straight now. So anybody in St. Carlos City and the general ever want to come and stay for a few days, let me know. But yeah, that's one of those things that keep you up at night. I'm funny like that, man. I don't like little stuff like that. I want to get it done. And he gave us a good price, man, for doing all of that. It was 1,690 pesos. That included the parts and the labor, man. With the peso being 58.21, was it about $30, man? Try to get an electrician in America for $30. You can't get him to tie his shoes for $30. But yeah, this guy was good. I like him. He actually fixed some outlets in our house before. He's really good. What's up, Eric? He said, I'll be there in March. What's up? What's up, retired 2019? Yeah. Um, that 58.21, man, keeps creeping back up. It went below 58, but now it's back to 58.21. Before we get to the topic, I just want to talk about a few little things, um, like we always do. And one of them was a video about, taking my Social Security at 62 and how, my idea of a successful life has changed, man. It's no longer about fame and fortune. It's about health and happiness because we're living on borrowed time, all of us. And if you get to be our age and you don't appreciate just life in general, man, you're missing something. I'm so glad I don't have to be out there chasing the dollar and all of that, man. Live, guys, right now while you can. Some woman messaged me in the Sunshine Shoulders messenger, a Filipina, and she said she was unhappy for some reason. And I told her, I said, look, just be happy you're alive. Okay. And we can handle it from there. But that's what I'm telling you guys. Stop stressing, man, over this petty stuff and what people think about you and say about you, man. We're taking a high road for 2025, man. Enjoy your life wherever you are right now until you can get to wherever you're going. Don't waste your time, man. Don't let people waste your time. Don't you waste your time. Huh? The winner? Oh, okay. There's a winner from last night. Hold on. Where's Marilyn? Tell her to come. I need her help. Yeah, because I had to do that spin wheel again because 3 of the winners from the 2,000 peso giveaway from last week, they never claimed their prize. And because it's a special drawing, I had to do it again. We had to give that money away. It's not like a regular drawing where there is no time limit. Hell, if they could come back a year from now and say, hey, that's me, get the money over to take a picture and everything out on your phone, please. But when it's a special drawing like that, it's 2,000. And we got to give it away. What's up, Alan? He said, well, just got here what I missed. Now, we just got on here at 10:30, which means it's 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, which is what I usually do. He said, what's up, everybody? He said, David Chappelle, a.k.a. That's funny. But that's what we're doing now, man. We're living in 2025, man. Don't waste your time. That's all we got is life, okay? That's the only thing that's certain. Everything else they're making up, guys, okay? But I do, before I forget, I do want to thank everybody for the love, man, the outpouring of love that y'all showed Jonathan Gant. Remember, I don't know the guy personally. One of Marilyn's friends, she's a Filipino, she's married to one of his friends in America. She sent that out, said, hey, can you help? And I mean, this guy is right out of the Sunshine Shoulders book of helping people. He was on his duty station helping, he was buying toys for 70 children in Cebu, just to make their Christmas a little brighter. And he collapsed, man, with that aortic tear, which somebody in the comments said that's what killed John Ritter from Three's Company. So this guy's in really bad shape, but I've been getting requests and everything from people who normally don't watch my channel. They just saw that small video that I did, man, and the love has been overwhelming for this guy. He really must be a good man, man, because I mean they're coming out of woodwork to help him. So we wish him a full recovery, man. But man, he's up against it, guys. He's up against it. There's a few things you don't want to happen to you over here. Okay, I'm just being honest. Heart problems, cancer, dialysis, any of that, man. And if you get the strength to get on the plane and go back home, you probably want to go back home. But he collapsed. He's a young man too. Yeah, he's a young man. That's what I'm saying. Live now. Okay, quit bullshitting, man. Quit putting off tomorrow what you can do today. Go ahead and take the trip, whatever you're gonna do. At the end of the day, it's your life. Okay, but yeah, thank y'all so much for for the outpouring of love, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. I really am. I'm not just saying that. But the video I was talking about, the video I just put out there, it's getting a lot of airtime because it's hitting home with people, but they're taking it the wrong way. The whole video is saying, don't be surprised when people break up, when these couples break up. Be surprised when they stay together. There's been some high profile cases, but more than that, it's just hundreds, thousands of cases over here where the relationship doesn't work out for one reason or the other. The first one, at least. But they're like me, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Okay, because my preference is Filipino women, so I'm gonna keep trying. And I seem to have gotten it right, but a lot of people miss that. They're thinking it's about age gap. I was like, no, age gap is one of the reasons it doesn't work. Cultural differences is one of the reasons it doesn't work both ways. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, they expect us to assimilate into their culture and learn everything, but it's like they don't really want to learn anything about our culture, but really two things: our bedroom culture and our financial culture. But everything else, they're not interested in. They put it on you to learn their culture and everything like that. But either way it goes, that's one of the big reasons why these relationships don't work. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, um, you just get some of the craziest combinations over here. Some misfit couples, man, that you're never gonna see anywhere else but here in the Philippines. Okay, all right. I mean, really, you see some oh man, some mixed match couples, and somebody watching this can bear witness to that, unlike you ever seen before. That's why when people watch these YouTube bloggers, you really aren't getting the gist of what's going on over here. You got to get her boots on the ground. Go to the mall. Go to one of these bars. It's anywhere, a public gathering. You're going to see some crazy stuff over here, man. What's up, Eric Cherry? Now, he's in the medical field. He says, Calvin, a life-threatening emergency that involves removing the damaged part of the aorta and replacing it with a synthetic graft. The surgery has a 75 to 85% success rate if the success is done immediately. Yeah, and probably, in the United States. Good thing he's in Changhua Hospital. But when your bill, Eric Terry, over here is expected to exceed $100,000, you're in bad shape, man. Okay, I mean it. Hey, Alan, he says, you always try and help people, Cal. You're a good guy. I've been a member of yours for about 4 years or so. I'm glad to be here. Thanks, Cal. You're welcome, Alan. And you can't fake for that long. I'm just who I am. I learned that from my mother. And y'all remember, man, I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. Strangers helped me in my time of need, man. They never asked me for anything. All they said was, look, man, when you get back on your feet, just reach back and help somebody else. They said another suffering alcoholic, but I'll help anybody. That's just who I am, man. I've been like that my whole life, though. What's up, JR? She says, I watched Rabudi talking about why age gap relationships are difficult because of cultural differences. Yeah, but see, they never talk about the other side what times he travels. They want us to learn everything about their culture and everything. They're really not interested. They'll adopt your culture in the bedroom, or they'll start speaking in terms of dollars or pounds or shillings, okay, or something like that. But other than that, they're not really interested. They want you to do all of that. But either way, it's a big reason why people break up. first relationship is going to be hard to keep together. I don't care who you are. First of all, you don't even know what constitutes a good woman over here, and she certainly don't know what constitutes a good foreign man. So you may have to eventually deal with 2 or 3 or 4 women before you realize, hey, I got a good one. But we'll keep pounding that square block into that round circle, man. A lot of guys are doing that now. And I'm going to tell you why they're doing it. Okay, everybody, talks about Filipinos playing the long game. Man, that's old. They don't have to play the long game anymore because we're giving them everything so fast. Most of the women already have what they came into the relationship for in a short span, less than 2 years. Look at these relationships if you don't think I'm playing. They ain't playing no long, the long game anymore. That's old. They don't even have to do that. Clyde, what's up? He says, I know what you mean. Hit the brick wall in the dream car. Yeah, it was a wake up to the joy of life over material. Yeah, you better. Death should teach us so much, but it doesn't. It only teaches us to cry and mourn. No, it should teach you a whole lot more than that. Imagine some of the people who I love the most, who I was connected to the most, are no longer here. But then 2 weeks later, I'm back to treating the people who are here, who I can love on right now, as if they're going to be here forever. It doesn't make sense, man, but that's the human nature. I'm trying to teach myself to love as much as I possibly can now, to squeeze every second out of the time I've got left now, man. That's hard to do when you've taken life for granted all your life. It's people watching this now. You just know you're gonna wake up tomorrow. Oh, I got to go to work tomorrow. Yeah, if you wake up, if you're fortunate enough to be here tomorrow, because I say it all the time. There's people who didn't make it today who probably deserve to be here more than you. Hey, Cam abroad. Now, this is what we talk about all the time, Cam. So this isn't, you're right where you're supposed to be. He says, I live in the Philippines and I have a major relationship decision to make. However, I don't have anyone to turn to for advice. Well, it's no longer a secret, man. You might as well just put it out there. We're not unique when it comes to these relationships. Somebody's been through what you've been through, man. I hate to tell you that, but probably me. But we have trust issues. I get it as men. So we think we got to hold it in. But we'll talk about everything else. He said, hey, bro, Cal, is the Philippines becoming a nursing home for older men? Not really. As a matter of fact, Ralston, the men that I'm coming in contact with, they're getting younger and younger as they're coming over here. The pandemic had a lot to do with that. We were taking life for granted. Now these guys are coming over here now. My buddy Smiley, he's in his early 40s when he retired. Angelo Habib, he was in his early 40s when he came over here. Michael Beach Alive, they're all in their 40s, man. Okay, I believe Blizzard Abroad is in his 30s. But it is a viable option. It is an option for older men who decided, I'd rather be in the company of a young woman for whatever reason than to be, have Big Shirley give me a bath in the nursing home or the skilled nursing facility. I don't really blame them. When I made the video yesterday, I wasn't discouraging anybody. I'm just telling you that we act like we're so surprised. Oh, and Gio and his wife gets break up. When Rose and David's having problems, or what's the guy, Joe, and his wife ran off with some guy's for them to even be together as long as they have, that's what surprises me. That's what I was talking about. And it wasn't about any specific couple. It's just that these people are in the public eye, but it happens to thousands of people, man. But we act like, oh, it's just big news. I think these videos are getting so many views, and I'm like, why? Is it because we love to meddle us? It's certainly not because they're breaking up. There's somebody breaking up right now. You know, the lady that I was going to have on here today, look at her situation. They had been chatting all that time online. They got together, wasn't together but a month, and he ran off. Am I surprised? No, not in the least bit am I surprised, man. Hey, what's up? Philippines Black Betty said, what's up, Cal? It was cool meeting you and your family in Bahal last week. Keep dropping that knowledge. I have joined the fight to influence men to lead Western women. Yeah, we've got some options, man. But yeah, don't be surprised when that happens, man. I'm just telling you. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about this subject, which is an old subject. I'm going to do my part in 2025 to keep on bringing this subject to the forefront and saving men some money. But we got to be honest, you know, when we talk about this subject, like with all the information available out there, why are men still being scammed online? And the first thing I want to ask everybody watching here right now, if you're a man, even a woman, because the women suffer too, under what circumstances is it okay to send money to a chatmate? Okay. Is there any reason to send money to a woman that you're simply chatting with online? This is the first thing I want to ask you before we move on. We think we know why. We think we know why. We think that we're putting them in layaway, that we're putting them on reserve. We're impressing the woman. But under what circumstances is it okay for you to send your hard-earned money to a woman you're simply chatting with online? You just met her, really. Because if you send money, you start sending it almost immediately. There's no weeks involved. It's days. And you're hitting that damn button. See, let's get honest. What's up, Derek, man? I'm sorry we couldn't run into each other. He was in Thing Loud. Hey, Happy New Year. Excuse me. He says, good to have a DR on here. Respect, Terry. Terry is no joke, man. I told y'all when we went to Bangkok, man, he changed his ticket so he could fly with me. He knew I had some, you know, I was kind of nervous about flying, and then I'd never been to Bangkok before. This man changed his ticket. Say, hey, Cal, not only that, but he paid for my hotel and everything, man. He's a real deal. These are the type of guys that come around the Sunshine Shoulders community. Not those trolls, man. Not them losers, man. He said, myself and the Renton High School class of 2002, thank you for spreading the word to help John raise the funds. Oh, man, you're welcome. Yeah, see, Sam, he went to school with this guy. It's a small world, man. This internet has really made the world small. And Sam saw it. He's one of the first to comment. He said, man, I went to school with him. I grew up, you know, what'd you say, 15 minutes from him? He said, tomorrow is not guaranteed to anyone. Live life to the full. The next 5 minutes, this guy, Jonathan Gant, he collapsed. He's probably, I don't even know if he's conscious. It's not tomorrow. The next minute is not um, guaranteed. What's up? But why don't we stay in the game? Okay, can somebody put it over here in the comments? Can somebody get honest for just 5 minutes, man? Why are we doing this? What do we stand to gain by sending money like that? Because once you open up that Pandora's box, you can't shut it back. Once you send her one time, you got to keep sending. I'm just trying to figure out because we all do it. And you know why? Why do we feel obligated? There is an unspoken agreement in play, but she can't hold up her end of the bargain 8,000 miles away. Stop me if you've heard all this stuff before. I'm going over it and over and over it. I was watching something that said, you know, just because you talk about a subject one time and y'all think I'm playing, I'm going to put the link in here after this live stream. He said, no, you got it. He said, when people relate to what you're saying, you got to keep hitting them with that. Okay, because it's not working. It's not working, man. Whatever we say, it's not working. We're sending not only money, we're sending more money. And we'll give the flimsiest reasons why. He said every Filipino on YouTube seems to be an expert all of a sudden. Yeah, on other Filipinos. They won't. My problem, because I don't have a problem with YouTubers at all. We're in the YouTube community. But with their content is they never talk about themselves. They always projecting and generalizing. It's like, well, what, man, why don't you tell us what you like? What you wanted in a foreigner? They'll be out there asking other people, well, what do you want? Let me connect with you. What do you like? Why are you dating older men? Why are you dating a man 8,000 miles away? What do you like in the bedroom? Why do you go to bed with strangers on the first night? Tell us that. Okay, I think we'll learn a little bit more. They're speaking for all women. What's up, 53 Shades Darker? Welcome to the stream. He said, I really didn't like Bahal because I wasn't able to get around from the B Farm Hotel. I'll catch you soon, headed to Metro Manila on the 18th. Well, you know, it's a lot to do in Penglao, honestly. They really got some nice beaches there. They've got some nice attractions. When I first started, there was nothing there. The Bohol that you're going to now, man, it's like a fantasy land compared to the Bohol when I got there. So you just stayed on the resort. Is that what happened? Hey, 10 Yen, he said, thanks, Cal, for keeping it real so we can focus on what's important. Yeah, we got to be real with ourselves. We got to be honest with ourselves. See, when I went through the 12-step recovery program, it taught me to be honest with myself. He said, congratulations to Lamar Jackson, first ever 4,000 passing yards and 800 rushing yards. Yeah, well, actually 900. He went over 900. He said, I'm 47. Yeah, see, Kaz is young. He's 40. What are you, 41? No, that's Confident Boy Speaks. He's 41. He's over here. I think Kaz is 43 or 44. Yeah, he said, Cal, the guys are getting younger. I'm coming over, not even 30 yet. Yeah. See, a guy just left here from California named Jeremy. And he's in Colombia now. And he said he's gonna let me interview him and just kind of, you know, he likes the Philippines. He said everybody he's talking to in Colombia right now, he's showing them, you know, the videos and stuff. They want to come to the Philippines now. So I'm just gonna kind of get his view on both the countries. Not to compare them. Yeah, Lamar is no joke. And what I like about him is a sweet revenge. You know how everybody counted him out. You know, you need to change to a wide receiver and all that. And they crickets now. You don't hear from them anymore. See, they need to put these people, they need to put the microphone in their face and say, what do you think about this man now? You said all that stuff. You knocked his draft position way down. Okay. The guy came up, what was his name? That used to play for the Cleveland Browns, which I used to, you know, I like the old Cleveland Browns, which are the Baltimore Ravens. That's the only reason why I've got a connection with the Baltimore Ravens. Ozzie Newsome took a chance on him. Now King B, he's in the province. He went straight to the province, but you said you don't live too far from Ormond, right? Oh yeah, okay. He says I'm 44, going on 2 years here. Yeah. See, it's not. I don't think it's ever really been just for old men. You know, because when you're in the service, you know, when the Philippines really was popping, was when the military was here. Those guys were young. But to answer his question, yeah, a lot of older men are coming here. I was talking to Laura today, you know, and how men were pushing back on that video I made. And I'm like, well, why are you pushing back? You know, when you honest with yourself, you know that in your circumstances right now, in your situation, in order for you to have a younger woman, a more attractive woman that you could ever have at home, you got to pay for it. But it's a double standard. We want the woman to be just exceptionally beautiful and educated and talented and all of that when we can come over here crusty as hell. Because you got guys in there saying, oh, okay, well, uh, you're settling for uh, the bottom of the barrel, he said. And I'm like, dude, you need to look in the mirror. And even if you're nice looking, you need to come over here and look in the face of some of us before you say that. So what makes you think that you're supposed to have the nicest looking woman over here? You look like shit for real. Just let me be honest. Your better days is over. It's our pension that gets us in the door. It's just a double standard though. You know, I'm not knocking it. I'm encouraging men to seek out your options. But we done lost it, man, when we thinking, oh, these relationships are going to stay together. Not that first one, maybe not the first couple of relationships. But to say that you're going to have a certain standard for the Filipino woman as far as appearance and none for yourself, when anybody that's over here right now who's ever been to the Philippines see these mixed match couples, these misfit couples, just unbelievable combinations, man. You think to yourself, how did they ever get together? You know it was a dating site, but it's like you start thinking, you know, what's their life like together? That's when you get honest. But these guys aren't honest, man. Hey Tyrone, he said, I love what you're doing. I'm on my way there January 11th. I'd like to see you. Yeah, if you're anywhere near here, look me up. Now, this guy is telling the truth. This is what I was thinking to myself yesterday when the guy was talking about on that in the comments when he's talking about uh, well, she likes the old man's pension or whatever it is, and I'm like, well, why don't you just try to make it over here sooner? See, I came over here when I was 45. Okay, so I've been over here on and off for 15 years, over 15 years. I'm 61 now. I came over here young enough where I could actually enjoy it. And you can enjoy it at 85, really, but you know what I'm saying. He said, coming to the Philippines younger is better because if you're living with less stress while younger, it will add more years to your life. Plus, you can save a lot because of the cost of living. That's what I'm doing. And you may have well, I don't know about time because we don't know how much time we got. But in our minds, we think, well, maybe I got time enough to really find me a woman and establish a relationship with her. Because we're doing all this stuff so fast that they no longer play the long game. Almost every relationship I know over here, the woman is already getting out of the relationship what she came in it for. Everything from the visa to the house to the lot, the money, everything within 2 years. There's no long game anymore, guys. The only women who are playing the long game is to these cheap ass guys, these cheap Charlies, and broke men. Otherwise, if you got it, you're gonna give it to her. He said, bro, after seeing a video of the threat of one of the vloggers, I see why she left. You can't say you are going to kill someone if they say they want child support. Caught on video. Who was you talking about? 53 Shades Darker. See, that's not. I'm not hip to that. Yeah, and then see, King B, he's 50. He said, I'm only 50. I'm here in the Philippines. Everyone's circumstances are different. If I had known about this place 10 years ago, I would have been here then. Time is a factor sometimes too. But that's what I said on the video. Timing is everything, really. And when you meet the women, timing. You could meet the nicest woman over here that you probably ever gonna meet, but you're coming out of a bill of divorce. You're not ready to make a commitment. And then that eventually breaks off. That's what happened with my son's mother, man. It don't get any better than that. But I wasn't ready to get married and all of that. She was putting big pressure on me. I'm like, I'm sorry, lady, I can't do it. And one day it just got to me, man, and I just up and left, man. I mean, every day, and she got to acting crazy. Oh, what's your plans for me? And, falling on the ground and stuff like that. Only because she wanted that commitment. She's really a bright woman. She just got a house built over in America, a nice house, 3 bedroom, 2 bath in Raleigh, North Carolina, 425,000. But I'm coming out of I'm talking about my divorce was bitter. My American wife tried to ruin me. I don't know why. I mean, she really did. He says, I've just had to learn to put the information out, broken down to the simplest form, then don't let the non-believers crush my flow. Yeah, but sometimes, see, within this YouTube arena, Jack Spade, every day I get a new viewer, a new subscriber. There's new eyes watching my channel. That's another reason why you got to rewarm a lot of these topics, man. Okay, I'm sorry, but you do. And for the people who have the patience, who've been here since day one, they understand that. But it's legitimate topics because they're not working. With all the information you put out there, I put out there, everybody puts out there, the governments, they're passing laws and legislation to protect us. It's not doing any good. It's not doing any good. He says, it's not your obligation. So why do we do it though? Can I get some answers over here in the comments? What do you stand to gain by sending this woman that money? Okay, you're already holding up your end of the unspoken agreement, but she can't hold up hers because she's over there. She's 8,000 miles away. So what do you stand to gain? Why do we do it then? If everybody said, no, there's no, under no circumstances is it okay, then why are we doing it? Why are more and more people doing it? He said, if you never met her in person, there is no reason. And you're exactly right. So why do we do it then? And, okay, they passed this anti-financial account scamming act here in the Philippines. There's actually something already on the books like that. But you can't enforce it unless the men are going to come forward and press the charges. When you look on Rafi Tufo at the American guy who sent the woman, well, he sent the man, it was a man he sent the money to, 228,000 pesos, but I think he sent the Western Union somewhere where they had the money figure. It was like $4,600. They asked him, they said, are you willing to prosecute? Are you willing to file the charges? Because that's the only way we can help you. Most of the guys who get taken through the ringer, man, their stories will never see the light of day. And that's why it keeps happening. Everybody says no. He said, I believe 95% on here have done it. I'm going to say 100%. I'm going to say 100%, man. There's no, that subject's going to come up. And even if it doesn't come up, you're going to start having you're going to start becoming emotionally entangled. You're going to start having sympathy for her situation. Because you heard it so many times about the struggle over here. So subconsciously, that's somewhere in your mind. And you want to impress the woman. Okay, because in your mind, you're thinking, man, I can't believe this young woman. She's half my age. And she's telling me everything I want to hear. Look at her. She's even showing me a little something. And you start feeling like, okay, maybe I can send her 100, which would be today would be 5,800 pesos. Okay, you'll be hard pressed to find a woman when you get over here, a woman that's got a job where she's earning that 5,800. Because that's why they're on the dating site. Don't ever fool yourself. They don't have money. They need it. So you're sending her 5,800, but in your head it's only 100. It's no big deal. So what do you expect to gain? Does that mean, okay, when I get here, you're going to be waiting at the airport? The guy said premeditated forgiveness. Is this premeditated love or whatever it is? Or attention? What's up, Robert? He says, I'm paying for our place in the P. No, paying for our place in the P. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Premeditated pussy, I guess. He said heads up after months. Yeah, that could pay for a flight. Thank you. Okay, thank you for saying this. Because my next video, guys, is don't be that guy who sends all the money over here to the Filipina and she runs off with another man because he made it over here first. That's my next video. I've already made it. Because when it comes up in my mind when I'm talking on here with y'all give me ideas and I'm like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And we'll brag about it. We'll think that chatting with a woman for a year or 2 years or something like that legitimizes the relationship. You're a fool. It's what you're doing. You sent all that money over here. And it doesn't guarantee you anything. It just guarantees that you don't have that money anymore. She's got it. Yeah, he said, let him who is not simp cast the first brick. I don't get it. These guys, they'll get on here and they'll get on our case. All you do, don't send money, this and that, knowing they done sent it. If you fooling with a woman over here, man, you're going to send that money. Just out of the goodness of your heart, you're going to do it. And then we'll start comparing, well, I didn't send as much as you. It don't matter. You're in the 8,000 mile club. Whether you realize it or not, you're prepaying for that membership. Because once you start spending, you coming more than likely. That's the only good thing about sending money. It kind of, put that pressure on you to get over here, and I'm gonna get something for my money. He said, now that she works there, I know a lot of older women who have nice bodies at advanced ages because they work out. You'll see it over here in the Philippines, women who are in their 40s, even 50s. My buddy Sammy Davis, he sent me a video of a friend of his. They're not together, but he said they used to talk. This woman's 50 something, I think. And she's in great shape, but man, that's really the exception. Usually when they get that age, they don't let themselves go. But there are some. But in the 40s, yeah. In the 40s here, you'll see the gym before the 40s, 30s, okay, and 20s, of course. Fitness here is big, believe it or not. You go to any gym, man, you're going to see the women. I was talking to Merlin today. I was like, don't you know your trainer, he could have a big time YouTube channel because his name is Mark and he's a fitness trainer, but everybody he trains is women, like 10 women. And he posts on Facebook, but he won't post on YouTube and shows them working out. It's like, dude got something. He just don't know he got it. I already told him. But yeah, it is women over here who work out like that. Merlin's just simply turned back the clock for herself. She never did have a bad shape, but now Merlin's body looks like maybe she's in her early 30s or something. The young women, I don't care how old they are, they can't keep up with Merlin. When she's not there, they don't even want to come to the gym. Even if the damn man is there. I'm just telling you. He says, it's off to rent I go. I positively always rent low. Well, how? How when the last time I was in Angeles City, man, which was last year, I can't remember, November of last year, hell, the bar fine was 5,000 pesos. That's just to take the woman out. That's not, the tip and all of that. Yeah, that's expensive. He said, I'm afraid to get into a relationship with a Filipino woman. Why? Because you're hearing all of this stuff. These are really the worst case scenarios you're hearing. But why are you afraid? People who say they're not going to do it end up doing it. Yeah, he said putting on layaway. This is what we're doing. Our reserve. We're saying, look, okay, I'm sending you this money. You don't need to be talking to no other man. It's only me. But she's got 4 or 5 other accounts. Okay, the woman who just came and won that drawing last night, okay, when they win, they contact me through the Sunshine Shoulders Messenger. Well, one way that I verify that they're the winner is they'll have that screenshot of subscribing to my channel in there. Well, she didn't have it. I'm like, lady, you're not the one. And I showed her. I said, look, here's the winner. And I showed her. She said, sir, that's me. That's just my other account. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to know? Why would you do that? Why didn't you contact me through that account? But they're notorious for that. But yeah, that's what we do. We put them in reserve. He said we're stupid. That's why. I guess, are we slow or really? Or are we slow? Because the next question I'm going to ask you is this. Does anyone watching this who doesn't understand that sending money to women we haven't met is dumb? Okay, who doesn't understand that? It's very risky. Who doesn't understand that that's a bad move? You guys are smart, man. You guys are you've retired from these jobs for so many years. You retired from the military. You're getting VA disability. Y'all know, man, some of the smartest guys I've ever met in my life, I've met them over here. But when it comes to these chat mates and these dating sites, man, we dumb as a rock, man. We can't figure it out. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you, once you start sending, man, you're gonna have to keep sending. And the guys they'll hit you with that. Oh, she never asked me for anything. That doesn't let you off the hook. Oh, because you sent on your own, it makes you feel better, I guess. She didn't ask me, I sent it on my own. Because she never asked me for anything. Because she's smart enough to know she better not ask you for anything. That's gonna send you running. They know their reputation. He said 5,000 pesos is $86. That's crazy. Yeah, but see, because we don't understand the culture, we're just coming over here with our culture intact. We think, oh, $86, that's nothing. But we're talking about $100, so it's 5,800. He said, stop thinking with the small head and think with the big one. But see, this is our problem, Frank. This is our biggest sex organ. Not this. This controls this. This is what we're thinking with or not thinking with. There's not one man or woman watching this right now who doesn't understand that sending money to a chatmate is a bad move. But we do it anyway. It's like jumping in the deep water, deep end of the swimming pool, and you can't swim. It's no different than that. What do you stand to gain from that? He says, I agree, even though I sent money, I wouldn't do it again. Well, it's too late. You've already done it. I mean, you're not going to do it again because you're right here, boots on the ground, in the arms of your woman. There would be no reason for you to do it again. Yeah, get the like button up, man. He said, because I listen to you, I'm not online with any of them amazing, with, with any of them amazing information if you listen. I'm going to tell you now, and like I'm going to tell you on this next video, if you know you're 6 months to 8 months to 1 year out before you're ever going to get over here, guys, why even get online? Why even torture yourself like that? Why even run that risk, okay, of getting emotionally entangled with some woman? And you're going to start sending money. Why even do that? I'm lonely. Well, find something else to do. That's a very expensive hobby, man. Chatting online with women is a very expensive hobby. See, y'all think I'm playing when the guy did that. When he sent 20 million pesos over here to this woman, just chatting with her online. Over 400,000 US dollars he sent. And you think, oh, Calvin, you're crazy. No, I got proof of it. I won't show it because it's got his name and all his information. I can't block. By the time you blot all of that out, this man sent me stacks of MoneyGram and Western Union. He sent this woman. It's a very expensive endeavor, man. You got to be careful. Don't do it. Now, if you just want to pay the woman to chat with her, okay, that's something different. I'll be trying to tell my buddy, Harry Shoulders. I said, man, you're playing with fire, man. Leave these women alone. You know you're not coming over here anytime soon. But you're a grown man. You can do whatever you want to do. But we put all this information out there. This is why men are still being scammed because they're not following the instructions. Hey, what's up, Jason? I know you'll be here soon, man. He said, happy Sunday, Cal. Jesus is risen. Risen from where? Would be my question. He said it's too late. Now he's boots on the ground. He's in his woman's arms every night now. At least he did the right thing, got his butt over here. Some of these guys, they just keep on sending, man. The woman, look, guys, I'm almost giving out my whole new video. They know they need you boots on the ground before the party starts, before she has any chance of getting the visa, of getting, escaping poverty and the struggle. Okay, yeah, she'll appreciate you sending that money over here, but that's not what she wants. She wants you over here. And she could have a choice between a man sending her money and you sending money and then eventually come over here. She's going to take the man over here, boots on the ground. Okay, because I got a friend here, man. We got a friend, one of Maryland's closest friends. It's either 23 years or 28 years. She's chatting with this man. He never came here. Built a house, new motorcycle, the whole 9 yards, man. Took good care of her and her 2 kids. I don't even think he knew she had 2 kids because she had the kids during the time he's chatting with her. He eventually died, though, without ever coming over here, man. How many guys then came over here? And she's trying to install them in the net so they can take her back so she can run off with him. But it never happened. But they want you boots on the ground, man. They want that established relationship because that's what the United States Embassy requires. You got to prove it's a real relationship. You got to have pictures and everything of you actually over here within 2 years of you filing for the visa, applying for the visa. And they tried everything. You got women over here who try everything because the man never comes. They try to Photoshop pictures, man. Y'all think I'm joking. They do some crazy stuff, man. They want you over here, okay? He said, we want to save the world. When you see her living conditions, we start feeling sorry for them right away. This is one of the reasons we do it. We want to be, I'm the man. Yeah, see? But he says, I'm 4 to 5 years out. So wouldn't that be crazy for him to be chatting? Unless you're going to come over here, Clyde, you could come over here for a vacation. I mean, you don't have to wait till you retire to come here. But if I'm 4 or 5 years out, like I was when I brought my wife and son over there, I had no choice. And some guys have no choice when they take the woman over there. They have an established relationship and, they say, I don't want to do that long distance thing. Everybody can't do that long distance relationship, man. It's not for everybody. He said, yeah, she has me wrapped up. You're the smart one, though. You hurried up, man. Like, I'm closing this. That's the only solution to a long distance relationship is to make it a short distance relationship. Close that damn gap. Otherwise, you ain't got a chance in hell. Somebody else is going to come through and scoop the woman up, man. The right man, if he's the right one. See, that guy over there got lucky, may he rest in peace, because the right man didn't show up over here for her. If it would have been the right man, he would have still been sending her money because she's got a Filipino boyfriend over here. And she's had a few foreign men come over here. But he think, I got in reserve. I'm not even talking about this on the video. This is real information. For the guys who thinking they're doing something, I'll be there in a year. Try to legitimize the relationship because you've been chatting with her long. It means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Hey, Sonny D, thanks for that super chat. He said it's wired in a man's DNA to provide and protect. I believe it, but but she's simply a chat mate. There's nothing real about it. If you're 8,000 miles apart, you've never met. I see if you're together and yeah, you want to provide and protect for your woman. I did. And I didn't have any problem. Okay. The problem was when we came back here. That was the problem. The majority of the women that men take over to America. They don't have any problem at all. You don't hear a peep out of them. They go over there, they get good jobs, they take care of their families over here, and they ride off into the sunset. We get the bad stories. But the woman was going to run off over here. Okay, if she ran off over there, she was going to run off over here. She already had that plan hatched already. And remember, Carlos, when you start dealing with her, you're going to westernize her. You're going to Americanize her. You're the one who ruins her, not America. You give her, you raise her standard of living. You do all that to her. Ask her to quit her job. Now she don't have to work. You're giving her all this money. Oh, she's got the new motorcycle or car. She's living in the nice condominium in IT Park or BGC. She got the nice phone. And she can, send her money, her mother and her sisters and brothers, a few pesos every now and then. You've already westernized her. Westernized her. Okay? It's not like you got to take her to England or France or Canada or America to westernize. You've already ruined her. Once you take her way up there, man, it's a long way down. She falls a long way if it don't work out. Okay? Remember, I'm the one that tells you this. It's tough over here, man, to make it. I think we all know that. You need an edge to make it over here. But what do, Carlos? We dull the edge of the woman. So by the time she gets through dealing with us, she can't make it over here anymore. You ruined her. She don't have that edge about her. Man, you got to be tough, man. We soften them up. Okay? When she's sleeping in air conditioning every night, on a real mattress, taking hot showers, eating until she gets sick. Okay? But we don't think it all the way through. I ain't gonna take her home. Yeah, I took her home and my son. They still over there. She don't have any problem, man. Yeah. See? But we don't think about that. We think we got to take them all the way over there to ruin them. You ruin them before they ever leave their country, before they ever stamp the damn visa. You know. Yeah. As a girlfriend or fiance, man of war. That's what it usually is. Yeah. And you see it because they want to justify it. Whenever you hear people talking like that, man of war, and he knows what he's talking about. He had a nice little yummy six at the meet and greet in the Val. That's sending money. That's a clear signal. And that's what she really wants. She wants the commitment. Because she knows once you get over here, you got that roving eye, dude. You're going to be looking. It's women everywhere over here. And you're going to probably, realistically, probably have an option of about 100 other women. Okay? I'm just being honest. I'm not going to say 10,000, 100. Can you handle 100 women? No. You're going to be looking. You're going to be thinking, what if? You will feel like you're missing out on something. So she wants that commitment. That's one of the reasons she meets you at the airport and you have the freak off. She's trying to snarl you in that net where you can't even get out. She's trying to whip you. That's all. See, I can always look back and see. I couldn't see. I was just as blind as the next man. I'm thinking, man, I hit the jackpot. I'm telling all my friends to come on over to the Philippines. I realized, man, it's a game. They had me fooled, man, for a long time. Really, I started coming over in 2009. I think they had me fooled probably till about 2014 or something. He said, Rocky, you got to prove you're not married to marry again. Yeah, that's the cinema. A lot's changed. Really, they made it easier for us to act a damn fool over here. It used to be you had to go to the embassy to get that proof of singleness, and then that cost you $50 because you had to get it notarized. Now all you got to do is get the cinema from the same place the woman gets the cinema. He said, what precedent is just them longing to be with their own people, their family focus? Yeah, see, that has a lot to do with it too. That would be my biggest concern. Not that she's gonna run off with some man, that she's gonna get homesick. Because a lot of remember like 1 out of 10 Filipinos are OFWs. They're like heroes over here, man. You know, they're part of that GDP. They send a ton of money back here. But they're homesick, man. And you know, all you gotta do is go on YouTube and look at some of the stories, man. It break you down. You be like, man, I'm so thankful I don't have to do that. But they do it, man. That the sacrifices they make are unbelievable. That's why she's on a mission. She's got a mission. She's got work to do when you take her there. She's not gonna run off, man. Okay. And if their work's not done and you try to bring them back here because you want to retire here, it's not gonna work. You're gonna have a problem. Because she said, you know, my work's not done. I didn't finish. I got, you know, my mother's house needs a new roof. I got to send my sister to school, to college, and all of that. Hey, Wesley brings honor. Thanks for that super sticker. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all your support. But we don't think it all the way through. We just think, oh, I'm gonna bring her over there just so you know we want our pussy next to us. That's all it is. You know, and it's so good. We can't believe we got it. I want her with me every minute, every hour of the day. And so, you know, we do that. But there's a video going around. I've been seeing like 4 or 5 vloggers are reacting to it where the man said, oh, I took my girlfriend back to America. In 2 years, she's leaving me. Well, because they don't play the long game anymore, sir. Didn't you just hear me say that? There's no need because you gave her everything she came into the relationship for in a very short time. There's no reason to stay with you. You're your worst enemy. There's a reason to stay with you. You 59, I think, and she's 29. And even though they have 2 kids, okay, so what? I'm going to love on my kids. And I can easily find a man that's going to take care of my 2 kids with me. You know, but like 4 or 5 bloggers, they're reacting to it. See, this is the reason why you don't bring a woman home. No, this woman already had that plan concocted. She already had that hatched over here. That plan hatched over here. You know, that's all I'm saying. If they'd have stayed here, it wasn't going to work. But there's no long game anymore. Stop saying that. Oh, they're good at the long game. We've destroyed that. We've blown that out of the water. There's no need to do that anymore. When you've already bought the house and lot, you already gave her the visa and all of that within a very, very short time. There's not anybody that I know over here who didn't give their woman who's got it to give. The ones who talk tough, these guys don't have it. Okay, and they'll hide behind that. They'll say, I'm not doing anything for the woman because you can't do nothing for the woman. You're not fooling anybody, man. If you could, you would. You can't do it. You don't have it. That's the reason why you're not doing it. But for the men who can do it, they're giving the woman everything almost up front. It's their money. I'm just telling you, stop with that. Oh, they're good at the long game. They don't have to play the long game with you anymore. Once you give them that visa, she don't need you no more for real. Now you're going to see who you got. Merlin told y'all that 3 years ago. She said, they said, well, how do you know if a Filipino really likes you? I asked Merlin on camera. And Merlin said, once she gets what she's after, if she stays around, she's a good one. Okay? That's how you know. And we're doing it real, real quick. Good thing for him, he's only 2 years in. Okay, lady, you want to go by? Because there's more where you come from. It's going to be your loss. Remember, the the pool that she's got to choose from, guys, it's murky. It's contaminated, man. It's a cesspool. The dating pool that they got to choose from, especially in America, man. Oh man, it's worse than a crapshoot. Our dating pool is so much better. We know about what we're going to get. These are good women over here. You hear them horror stories, man, but I would rather have the dating pool we've got any day of the week than what they've got. There's no telling. See, we play a lot of games. They get caught with these guys who are lying about their pensions, how much money they got, and all that. What's too late? Now you're 2 kids in, and you find out he's broke. He can't do nothing for you. That's what's going on over here in St. Carlos City. Luckily, she met a follower of mine, and he basically took her from the mud, where the other foreigner didn't do nothing for her. Yeah, it's kind of, he says, Thomas Marshall, I was only there for a couple of weeks. And I was consistently seeing so many attractive women. I never cheat on my wife, but I can see how easy it would be to step out if you wanted. Yeah, if you're in a committed relationship, man, and you're happy, you're content, you're satisfied. I mean, what difference would it make? I mean, you got too much to lose. But if you just over here and it's your girlfriend, it's a different story. Because you're basically renting if you're not getting married. But we act like, oh, so shocked that these guys are breaking up with these women. And you see, we love drama. We like that type of stuff. These people who've broken up, look at their views on their videos, man. They're smart. It's like, okay, I'm going to put it out there. Because when you're on YouTube, that's what it's all about, clicks and views. Y'all hold us to such a high standard, higher than you hold for yourself. It's like, it's only YouTube. Most of this stuff is entertainment. As long as you don't break the community guidelines, you can get on here and talk about anything you want. You can play those games. But I don't like to watch people. I'm not going to watch somebody move into their new apartment. But some people like that. They want to see that. And they're smart to do that. What's up, man? But that generates views. He says, I think the reason Filipina Leonsis channel. So I think the reason being scammed is they don't know their partners well. And that's obvious. Yeah, that's obvious. But we're saying why? All of this information out there, Filipina Leonsis. Is that how you pronounce your name? A man should never send any money at all. It'd be like, okay, let's make some plans to meet each other. When I get over there, don't worry about it because there's an ironclad, unspoken agreement, man, that's there. The Filipino knows it's there. Once you get over here, boots on the ground, she knows you're going to take care of everything. Okay, that's the agreement. I'm going to take care of you. You take care of me. There's no reason for you to send money. Only reason to send money is if you're flying into Manila and she lives in Zamboanga. Now you're going to buy her a ticket from Zamboanga to Manila. And if you do that in a timely manner, what's it going to cost you? $40? You're going to be out of $40? depending on what day of the week, maybe $30. Okay, it's not a whole lot of money if she doesn't show up. Then you get over here. If she doesn't show up, now you're here because that's what they want. Don't let them fool you. Now you're on the dating site. You say, hey, I'm already answerable. The one thing they're going to ask you, oh, are you over here to see another Filipina? Well, I was. She didn't show up. This is your lucky day. You want lunch? Let's go out for lunch at Ayala. You do that for a few times. You're going to eventually end up with somebody that you can deal with. Hey, Jason, thank you for that super chat. He says, which country do you suggest to marry my wife in? The U.S. or the Philippines? Which visa do you suggest for a fiance or worldwide being to get her back to the U.S.? Okay, I'm just tell you what I did, Jason, and I'm gonna tell you why I did it. I'm married in America. I did the K1. Okay, because I knew that something went wrong, it wasn't going to be any problem getting a divorce. There's no problem with me getting a divorce. She's doing the divorce now. It just took her 5 years to come to her senses. I don't know the laws over here. So if I marry her over here, what's that going to do for her? I know I can go back home and get a divorce, but can I come back over here and marry somebody else? I don't know. I'm not going to practice Philippine law without a license. I've been divorced in America before. So I knew, and I think you have too, so you know the procedures there. The K1, okay, all things being equal, this pandemic and lockdown messed everything up. She's over there faster. And once she gets there, you got 90 days to observe her and see how she's going to act in Disneyland. Because if she's going to act up, it's not going to take her long to act up. Okay, that's the K1. That's what I did. Now they've got the spousal visa. You get married over here. The advantage of the spousal visa is once she gets to your country, let's keep it on America, that green card is going to be waiting. Okay, it's usually there within a week. It's there. She can start work immediately. She can travel immediately. That's a good thing because with a K1, okay, now you got to apply for the green card. And that takes about 18 months. But after about 6 months, I don't know the timeline now. I'm telling you the timeline 2014. And the timeline 2014 took about 18 months. But after about 5 or 6 months, they send the woman a combo card. So now she can work and travel. But it's not the green card. So yeah, I would say, if you're asking me, I would say marry her in America, man. Okay. That way, if she gets over there, you don't have to marry her. You got 90 more days. If you decide, hey, look, it's not going to work, I'm not going to marry you. Now, you got to leave. If you want to stay, Trump's going to get your ass. That somebody's going to knock on their door sooner or later, lady. But, I'm just telling you from my experience, Jason. I married her there, and I'm glad I did. I don't have any regrets about that. He said, I believe everyone should try giving at least once and feel the burn. Well, we're going to give. And I want to go back to Jason because I feel I know Jason. We've chatted face to face before. He's really a good guy. Have you sent any money before you came over here? Because he's come over here now. He's been over here before. But before you came, man, can you be honest? Did you send money? Because, he's successful over there. I'm sure he did. I don't know him. I don't know of anybody who's chatting with a Filipino who didn't send money. We're not saying mistreat the woman or anything. We're saying, okay, let's get to know each other. I'm coming. Okay. Once I get here, I'm going to take care of everything. But, I'm working over here. It's expensive in America. I just can't be sending you my money I'm working hard for. And you just sitting back here, scratching your ass. You're not doing anything. I mean, what are you doing to deserve my money? I mean, I'm working hard for mine. I don't know about anybody else. And this is what you have to think about. You know, I work hard for my money. Why should I just give it to you? Because we're nothing for real. This, people will justify and say, oh yeah, you can have a relationship. You can have a connection online. I'm calling bullshit on that. That's bullshit. That's some type of infatuation or enthusiasm. There's something. It's not you can't do it over. I'm sorry. Yeah, he said honestly, until you meet the person in person, it's still a conversation. Relationships can develop later or when you're physically present with each other. See, that's all I'm saying. That's when the real connection. I mean, literally, the connection. The connection starts. Okay. If there's gonna be any sparks, okay, I'm not gonna send all that money. Then I come over here and you've already been beat up. You got an elephant pussy waiting for me over here. All that money I done spent, I'm so excited. I took time off from work and all that, and get over here, and you got an elephant pussy. Now I'm sorry, guys. You got to think this way, okay? Because whatever promises you make, she's gonna hold you to them. And you're like, well, when you think back on it, like, well, who are you to hold me to some type of promises that I made online, a cyber promise? Yeah, this cyberspace, man. But that's the world we live in, I love the chime. People think they really know you online, especially when you become like a vlogger. You really don't know somebody on Facebook. You think you really know the people. I never met you before, man. What do you mean? He says, I'm too selfish to get scammed. Yeah. Well, you're not going to get too far over here without spending money. Okay. I think this is something that, this is the type of Western thinking and bringing the matrix with us that you got to kind of suspend a little bit when you get over to the Philippines. Okay. That's the reason why she wants to meet you. It's not because you're nice looking, Derek. It's not because you're 6 foot tall and you're the police chief in your home country. That's not why she wants to meet you. She wants to meet you because you can give her a better life. And you say, "Oh, women are like that everywhere." Well, it's a difference over here. Okay, that's the reason they want to meet you. It's no other reason. Now can it develop later on down the line like most love does develop later on? It's not love at first sight. But for the guys, and it's a lot of the younger guys who are pushing back on this, oh, I'm not paying for anything, or you got to pay for your own. Well, you're probably in the wrong place. Certainly on that dating site. Okay. Yeah, I know it used to be. But a lot of times, people are saying now that it's quicker to get the spousal visa than the K1 visa, fiance visa. It's been over 10 years since I did it. It was really a breeze. It's not hard. You don't need a lawyer. If you can read, you don't need a lawyer. All the lawyer's going to do is get the information out of you and fill out the application. You still have to provide all the information, all the documents, and everything. All they're going to do is mail it out for you, and that's what you're paying all that money for. They've got groups on Facebook. Listen, guys, anybody trying to pay a lawyer or one of these services to do a spousal visa or a K1 visa, all you got to do is go on Facebook. They got groups dedicated to that will take you line by line by line through the process. That's how I did my first CRBA with my son. The second one, I already knew what to do. But the first one, we joined the CRBA group. They took us line by line. If you stuck, you go back on and say, hey, what am I supposed to put on line 6A? What do they mean by that? They'll take you through that whole thing. And you're going to be somewhere with somebody else along the process. Wherever you are in the process, somebody else is either going to be there or has already been there already and can counsel you. But it used to be the K1 when we did it in 2014, it was 6 months exactly. She could have been in America in 6 months. That's how quick it was. But we had some problems. The first problem was our son needed a CRBA. I didn't know it. I just thought he was going to be a K2. So he went through the whole, medical and all. I paid for all that when he didn't have to do that. So that took some time off. The time that we did waiting on his CRBA, now her medical expired. So she had to do the medical again. And then this time the medical, her sputum test was positive. So she had to wait another 6 months. Oh, it was crazy. But initially it was only 6 months. I don't know what it is now. My son's mother, when the man that she married brought her over, it was 3 months, man. It was 3 months, and she was in America. That's how fast she used to be. I don't know now. He said, too many beautiful and single women in Philippines. I made damn sure my lady had never been with any foreigner. Thanks for the heads up, Cal. That's important to me. To some of y'all guys, it's not important. You may think it's shallow and it's a double standard and all that, but that's one of the criteria. If I'm going to deal with you, knowing what I know, I don't want you to have ever dealt with a foreigner before. And I try to give that information to guys, but to them it doesn't matter. To me, it matters a whole lot because I've had relationships with Filipinos. Excuse me. They love hard, man. They love hard. They're trying to be the perfect mate. It's practically not anything they wouldn't do for you. I'm talking about anything. If you could just make it up, if once they got feelings for you, it's probably nothing they wouldn't do for you. Okay, and she went through all of that. Now it don't work out, and now here you come. You're there to clean all that up, and you're gonna pay for it, man. There's a guy on here now. He's listening now. I won't say who it is, but he's flying into Cebu, and he said, "Yeah." And I was telling him about some places in Cebu, and he said it to me. He's like, "Yeah, some dude took my lady there before," and I just felt for him. I felt for him. I really felt sad for him. Like, that's what you run into, though. It's not going to be exciting when you take her to Bahal because she's been there before, and then she's going to be so skeptical of you because whatever he did or didn't do, she's going to be on you. Okay, you're going to pay for it. And it's just something that, just like he said, it's too many beautiful and single women in the Philippines, who really deserve what I'm going to do for you. I don't want some ungrateful woman that some man to mistreated. I didn't mistreat, he did. But I got to pay for it. I don't want that. And I tell you guys, think long and hard about that. That's one of the questions you should ask her. And make sure, she's telling you the truth. I mean, if there's guys on her right now, the woman's been with 3 different foreign men. I'm like, well, what makes you think it's going to work with you? It's what I asked her. If she's been through that 3 times, now 4. So what I'm telling you is true. The first time don't work. And they'll justify it. They'll justify it. And it's your life. I'm just saying that, why put yourself through that? Okay, it does matter. And that's going to make a difference in your relationship. It's going to make a difference. There's going to be some pushback there. Okay, because of what she's been through already. He says, yeah, really, right, but be more careful. Try to listen to observe how your filthy act. It's hard to do that online, man. This is what we're saying. It's hard to do that online. It's impossible. You don't even know if the woman is even in her own house when you're chatting with her. I know when I was in the game, internet cafes were big. They're like non-existent now, but they were big. So a lot of times when well, not a lot of times, most of the time when you're chatting with a woman, she's at the internet cafe. Well, ain't a whole lot you can learn about her because you got somebody right here of her, right here on her. She's really not going to say a whole lot to you. This is what I'm telling you. You're chatting with this woman online for a whole year. You're not going to learn any more about her than you will chatting with her 1 week. We're not talking about taking advantage of anyone. We're saying that you're putting yourself behind the 8 ball before you ever even meet the woman. How do you even know it's going to work out? I'm gonna give y'all the pandemic and the lockdown and how that screwed us up. But now that it's been open for over 2 years, man, going on 3, you can't use that excuse anymore. You should be damn near healed from that because y'all were going crazy during the pandemic with sending money. I thought it would be gone by now, but it's worse now. I mean, men were sending millions of pesos over here to women. Millions. Okay. Okay. And he says his girlfriend was with a 70-plus-year-old guy for 6 years that died. And she was more of a caretaker than anything. Yeah. You know, something like that. I still, it would still, it's just me, King B. It's not saying there's anything wrong with you. To some men, it doesn't matter. But to me, it matters. Because I know she was probably sucking that old dick some kind of way. And I don't, I just don't want that would be in my mind. Even if she wasn't doing it, in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, she is. Our culture that they will freely want to learn. The bedroom culture and the financial culture. And that's just how crazy my thinking is. And I be thinking like, yeah, I know, um, what we do, you know, we we ask them to do things they would never even think to do. And it's just, it's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's only the beginning, really. Nobody can, Hal. He says, I can't just live on smashing cash. Well, nobody can. This is what I'm trying to tell you. When I say don't be surprised when these relationships don't work out, because once you get out of there, now what? You're 63, she's 23. Okay, what's going on there? Okay, she's watching. It's showtime. Okay, they're not speaking English on there, and then she's on her phone talking to her friends. You over here by yourself. Okay, it's not much conversation you can have. It's like, okay, have you eaten today? Did you leave go? Did you take a bath? Are you hungry? It's not much there, guys. I've been through there. You can't lie to me. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Hey, congratulations, Saran a lot. Him and his wife welcomed their new baby. Was it a little girl? Oh, a little boy. Okay, my second little boy, born today, January 5th at 1:24 a.m. Man, congratulations. This guy's been burning the candle at both ends. He's building a house, welcoming a baby. But yeah, you're right. Hal, it's more to life than that, but good luck. He says like she did her 6 year tour of duty. Leave King be alone. He's really a good guy. I met him, man. I mean, he's a real deal. He's a good guy. But I think you told us that before. I can't remember, but um, it doesn't, I'm just saying that's me, King B. I'm funny like that. He said, how many followers do you have, Filipino Lee? He's got Filipino Lee. Yeah, he said, I see how your man works out. I like it. Yeah, I'm crazy like that. I love the China. I mean, I'd be up all night if I knew my woman had been with a foreigner before. I just couldn't do it. And you say, well, it's a double standard used with a Filipino before. Yeah, but men and women are different. I didn't create that double standard. And don't get me wrong, they prefer that you've never met a Filipino before. Okay, don't think that, oh, well, we're the only ones who think like that. No, they want to be the first woman you deal with. Ask them, ask them. Yeah, Saran a lot. Wow, she has 1,310 followers, 461 videos. I've never heard of her before. Now, what is your content? What do you talk about? Do you talk about yourself? Or you talk about all the other Filipinos like the rest of them? What do Filipinos like? And what's the last one I saw? Uh, I think Filipino P's last one was will Filipinos hook up? Now, instead of saying, will I hook up? They say, will Filipinos hook up? And they'll start talking to other people. Okay. They're never going to jump in the deep end of the pool. They're always going to generalize and keep it out there. Wouldn't that freak you out if you saw a Filipino online saying, yeah, this is what I like to do, and I really like this in bed? I'm talking about the blogger, not somebody she's interviewing on the street. It would shock me. He said, of the ones I've experienced, only a couple have been bad. I have to give some praise and favor to the province women, especially in Samar. Very grounded and family oriented. I understand it. Yeah, this is the message I put out there. We don't get lucky, Mike. We get unlucky. Most of the women that we deal with over here are good women. The dating pool that we have is very good compared to their dating pool. They don't know what they're getting when they dip their hand in that dating pool over there. It's a cesspool, man. It's tainted. It's poison, man. They get lucky. We don't. We get unlucky. And if you're a Filipino out there, I told you before, if you dip in there and you get you a good man out there, you better keep it. All them, even if you had some type of preconceived notion of playing some games on this man, you better think again. Because if you go back in there, there's no telling what you're going to get. Okay, and I think a lot of women are learning that now. Okay, it's different than with us, but for the most part, we know what we're getting. They have absolutely, they date the world. We're dating Filipinos. They're dating the world. Okay, so they might get somebody from India, London, Australia, England, America, Canada, Japan, China, Taiwan. You don't know what you're getting. Am I getting a white beater? Is he a drug addict? Is he broke? And just, telling me that he's got money? But the Filipino, you really know what you're getting for real. It doesn't take a whole lot of work to find out. Yeah, he said some were getting married online to Filipinos during the pandemic. They never ever met in real life. That's how some Filipinos figured out some Western men are suckers. Well, they knew a long time ago, though. They know us better than we know them Guess why? Globalismo, black man, because they share information with each other and they listen. They take counsel. If you don't believe me, take your woman to your country and see that group of women that surrounds her that takes care of her until she can take care of herself. We don't have that over here. We're on our own. We think we got to figure it out on our own. They figured us out a long time ago. They know in their minds, they think all you want is sex. That's what they think. And so that's what they give you. How Funkbase said, I need more than that. Well, they don't have a whole lot more. That's going to take time. But they know that one thing. And they think they're absolutely sure about it. If I just give him this, I can get whatever he's got. And a lot of times that's true. You know, some guys can't really do anything, but they'll take that peekaboo. They just want to sleep next to a 25-year-old woman. Even though they can't do anything, they just want to, they'll, do it with their eyes. If they can't do anything else. He said, I'll check out your channel and subscribe. Well, don't subscribe unless you got something you like. Yeah, Saran a lot. He's a good guy. I met him at the when I was coming to immigration. He was leaving. His son looked just like he spit his son out. It's just a smaller, shorter version of him. He said, I'm making different videos such as cooking. Oh, okay. Giving hopes to those most needed people traveling in daily life. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, me and aren't interested in that. Okay. I wish you much success on your channel. But if you're really trying to blow up like some of these other Filipino bloggers, you better start talking about what Western men want to talk about. That's relationship, sex, have a few women on your channel, whether they got a bikini on or not, but the bikini helps. Okay. Don't ever bring your boyfriend on your channel. Pretend that you're single. If you're not single, pretend you're single. Otherwise, you're basically going to be, what are you saying? Otherwise, you're basically going to be in the YouTube universe, just floating around out there. Now, if you want to come on here and answer a few questions, Filipino, who is this? Filipino sweetie? Is that a? But there's a reason why you put Filipino in front of your name. That's enough to get us to click on it. Because everything, but Filipino lady, Filipino wanderer, Filipino sweetie, what? There's just so many. Filipina, what is it? What's the one? Filipina P, Filipina. It's just so many. That's enough to get us to click on it. Now he said, if you're a low value guy, just come here and pay for it. It's that simple. Well, I mean, even if you're a high value guy, John, I mean, let's be honest. Why do you think these young women want to deal with you? This is my question. Somebody put that over here in the comments. Answer that question, John. Why do these women want to deal with us? Okay. I think we all know that answer, but when you see stuff like this, it makes you think that, there's a special category of men that can come over here who don't have to spend any money. Okay. I'm sorry. If you're meeting these women online, even if you're meeting them offline, you're going to be paying for everything because they got everything else. They just don't have any money. Okay. You're going to pay for it indirectly, directly and indirectly. And you're only fooling yourself. This is what we have to get out of this denial. I was talking with Laura today. She messes me, and I said, these guys know good and damn well they're paying. But when they're online like him, see, it make it look like, oh, I'm not paying. You know, it don't cost me nothing. I come over here and they lining up. Okay? It's not true. I've met millionaires over here. They've eaten at my kitchen table. Not one, not two, four men who were multimillionaires in America have been at my house and eaten at my table. They all paid. Okay? There's no getting around it. He said Filipinos are jealous by nature and don't want to share. Yeah. Tell me about it. Okay. That's another reason why, okay, you see these relationships and they don't work. Because some of us have never experienced that type of jealousy, King B, where we think, oh, she's being clingy. No, it's control. They want to control you. They want to henpeck you, man. They're old fashioned. These women remind me of my mother. I used to see my mother do this to my stepfather, man. I used to feel sorry for my stepfather. Because, I mean, he better, when he, on payday, I promise you, he better come through that door at a certain time. And the minute she takes him back to that room, takes everything and leaves him enough to buy beer and stuff from. That was my mother. My mother wasn't no joke. You wasn't going to waste that money out there in the street. That's old timey. You know, I don't think women do that in the West anymore. They do it over here. Whether you're foreign or Filipino. Man, my ex-wife, her mother, man, if her father wasn't home at a certain time on payday, she put her clothes on and went out to the certain little stomping grounds that he, frequented, looking for him. And good luck if he's spent any of that money. His ass is grass. Many times she cut up his clothes and then at night be sewing them back together. True story, man. They don't play over here like that, man. And some men, they can't deal with that. But you'll be over here on the phone and she's over your shoulder trying to see your password. They want everything. They want they want all your passwords. They want access to your phone. Like, no, I got to have some level of privacy. Okay. And me and Merlin had to have that discussion. Well, what you had? I'm not hiding nothing. There's information in my phone that if you had access to that could cause me problems. All my banking information and all that's in there. So I got the thumb. That's the reason they gave me back my iPhone when I left it in the van. Okay. I put out a reward, but they wasn't going to give me that phone back. Hell, that was over here. At the time I lost that phone, if they would have tried to buy that phone in the mall, you're talking 60 or 70,000 pesos. But I heard them got it back for 2,500 reward because I had the thumbnail. They couldn't the thumbprint. They couldn't open it. He says, what I mean is if you observe your Philippine as too much materialistic, then it's like you're throwing your money in the trash. If the Filipino knows how to handle money, then that's better. Yeah. But how would you know all that just talking to online? Because we're going to put our best foot forward, Filipino Lee. And so is the Filipino. It's going to take you some time to really, you got to go around, be boots on the ground, and be with each other before you really figure out who you're dealing with. She's putting her best foot forward, and you are too. But if it's fake, you can't fake it that long. He said, how old are you again to be a father? How old are you to be a father again? I'm almost sure he's 40. He's young. Yeah, he's 40. His first one's at 35. But he's one of those guys. Remember I was telling y'all they're getting younger. He's retired. He retired from the military. It's not an old folks home anymore. You do see that over here. But what I'm seeing more of is young guys. When we went out, okay, when the Philippines first opened up, we had an impromptu uh, meet and greet, I guess you would call that, where we all said, okay, we're going to meet out at Yala Mall. I guess it was about 30 of us. Hell, I know I was the oldest one there. I was the oldest one. Most of them, were in their 40s and 30s with their girlfriend or their wife. I mean, they were young. He says, oh, I thought you were one of those expats in the 60s and 70s having babies again. But see, here's where I have to jump off the boat with this, Ruby. And not because I had booby when I was 56, okay? Not because of that. But we're bringing life into the world, okay? We're giving them life because that's all we know. That's all we're certain about is life. And why wouldn't you want to give somebody this experience here? Okay, and if the man does die, there's somebody gonna be there. I had a stepfather, a damn good stepfather who retired from the Air Force. He was responsible. There's always gonna be somebody there. It's not like we're leaving these kids in the wilderness. I mean, and how old are we supposed to be before we stop having children? Then pretty soon, because this is the argument that women don't want us to get involved in. Oh, it's my body, it's my choice. Well, can a man have that too? Like, hey, it's my body, it's my choice. I'm 60. If I want to have a baby, I'm gonna have one. This is almost like the abortion argument, where women say, "Oh, it's none of your business. This is my body." It's the same thing with men. I think it's a stupid thing, man. We ought to stop with this policing, guys, and women. I'm not getting on you, Ruby, but I've been seeing this ever since Mark Thornton passed away. I don't think we need to be going around policing the world. We need to mind our own business. I'm not responsible for your happiness. So a lot of what I'm going to do and a lot of decisions I'm going to make, you're not going to be happy with. But I'm not responsible for your happiness. Okay, I can't go around making the decision worrying about whether or not it's going to make you happy. You're responsible for your own happiness. But I think we've crossed the line in a lot of ways. Not just that. We're telling people, oh, don't deal with younger women. We're saying, oh, don't move. You can only live in America. Don't have certain jobs. Don't vote for certain people. I mean, we've gone crazy, really. We need to live and let live. That's where I am, man. I've been there for a long time. Okay? But we've really crossed the line, man. We're telling people how to live, man. That's dangerous. I mean, man, we're walking a thin line there. I don't buy that. Okay? I'm not part of that. You only have one life, man. You only get one chance at this. Okay? I don't care what they tell you. They say, oh, he got a second chance. No, this is his one chance. It just was that his one chance didn't end. You get one chance at this. So whatever people want to do, I'm going to let them do it and be happy. I'm taking the high road for 2025. But Boobie's a happy, healthy, baby over here. A toddler, 4 years old. He said, Cal, depends on the creativity of the relationship. My girlfriend helps me in my business and she finds me opportunities to open up business for both of us. Yeah, you're a good one, man. You got a good one. I'm not saying that doesn't exist. It's just very rare. It takes some work in any relationship, but certainly over here, when you're coming from different cultures, you're 20, 30, 40 years apart, and everything else that goes in there, it takes a lot of work. And then some guys, when I said that on the video, some guy, Every relationship is hard. Man, it's not as hard as these relationships are over here. It's a lot going on in these relationships. So when they make it and they stay together and they're happy, I'm shocked. I'm glad for them, but I'm shocked. Because, man, the odds are stacked against us over here. It's a lot going on, man. If you don't want to admit it, that's on you. But it doesn't take a genius to sit there and think, look, I'm 30 years older than her. She's coming from one culture, I'm coming from another. You know, it's just everything that can go wrong is set there for it to go wrong. And then when it don't work out, look, you're so shocked. Bullshit. He says, easier for us to know what we're getting because it's more about her age and appearance, and we know she has limited means. But not that. I'm talking about her culture. Okay, we're only dating one culture. I love the child, the Philippine culture. She's dating so many different cultures, religion, everything, creeds, colors. You know, you're right about the limited means. We know about what we're going to get. The woman we meet probably is not going to be earning a whole lot of money. We're going to know that. You know, you just know stuff like that. More than likely, the woman that you meet is going to be Roman Catholic. You know that. Okay. She's going to have a low body count. That's just by virtue of their culture. But after that, it's not very, you don't need to know a whole lot more than that. But when she comes over here, it, man, I'm telling you, man, she's got a choice to make. And she's not some type of psychology major. She's getting lucky. The millionaires that I told you that sat at my table, those women with them are lucky. They didn't know going in that those men were millionaires. Okay. One guy, he pulls up to take the woman out on a date. He's in a Tesla. And her friends are saying, oh, he's got a Tesla. The woman didn't even know what a Tesla was. He knew then. He said, Cal, I knew then she was going to be the one. We were going to be okay. But they got lucky. They had no idea that these men have the type of money that they have. Generational money over here. Where the man, and all of them have done very well by their wives and girlfriends. I mean, very well by them. The guy I'm telling you about, his girlfriend's mother, they live in Victorious, Occidental, maybe like Negros Occidental, maybe like 3 hours from here, was living on squatters area, and the owner came back for the land. He stepped in and bought the house, man, renovated it, gave him a business, the whole 9 yards. He's a really, really good guy. But she got lucky. She could have pulled one of these tough guys out of the pool. I ain't giving you nothing. I want a woman that's got her own money and all that crazy foolishness that you hear these guys talking about. He says, never, 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 never leave with your money. That's foolishness, man. It's not true over here. You don't have a choice. If you're 73 years old, Hal Bunk Base, what else are you going to leave with? And what do you mean by leave with your wallet? Just volunteering the money, then I have to agree with you. But why do you think a 25-year-old woman is going to want a 73-year-old man? Now, if you're saying, oh, don't just start volunteering your money and all of that, okay, I agree with you. But at some point, you're going to have to admit to yourself that this is the reason why this woman is with me. She's interested in me. I don't care who you are, man. you're gonna have to. It's your money that's getting you in the door. I mean, I don't understand it. Yeah, Hal's been here. He owns the condominium here and everything. He's not a dummy. But I think we got different meanings when it comes to leading with your wallet. Yeah, don't come out just volunteering your money, but hell, okay, I got a real good friend over here, man. He's 90 years old. So what would make you think a woman would want to be with a 90-year-old man, Hal? Okay? And this guy's sharp. I mean, there's nothing 90 about him but his age. I'm just saying that, let's be realistic. I've got another friend. He's 81. These guys are sharp, though. But still, the reality kicks in. These women are with these guys for what they can do for them. It's not their looks and all that. I mean, I don't care how much Viagra they taking. They ain't doing nothing for real. You know, you guys are fooling yourself, man. Y'all smarter than that. But it doesn't make a difference because if you go in knowing this already, you're not fooling yourself. Then what's it to be disappointed about? Nothing. But if you go in there thinking, oh, this is just a regular relationship, this 25-year-old woman wants me, I'm 77. And then you find out, no, the only reason why she's interested in you because you got a nice, uh, pension. Hey, Sigmund Nigma, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, you're on track to hit 100,000 subs by year's end. Stay consistent, authentic, and focused. It's not just a goal, it's inevitable. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you, Sigma Enigma. Continued success, man, in the insurance business. He took my suggestion. The guy went out and got his insurance license. And now he's hitting the streets. He's beating it up. But yeah, now we agree on this, Hal. I did a video on this. This is what I'm telling you. I know what you're saying. Because he says, Cal, it turns my woman off when me ain't come at her with money. She told me this when we first started talking. This is true. I did a whole video on it. And it was actually don't lead with your wallet. But what I'm saying is we're trying to buy these women, Hal. And to them, it's disrespectful. This is what I was talking about with don't lead with your wallet. But it's all about money initially. But yeah, she's exactly right. They don't want you to do that because they're thinking I'm not for sale. You can't buy me. I'm not a prostitute. You're disrespecting me when you do that. I get that. I get that 100% right there. Okay, I agree with your woman. And I would tell any man don't do that. But I think we all know when you deal with a woman over here that what the initial attraction is. Even she don't have to say a word. You already know that. That's why you're over here. You know that a 23-year-old woman in America is not going to deal with a 63-year-old man under no circumstances, really. You would literally have to be, a multi-millionaire. And then she's still going to want you to look halfway decent. And then it depends on where the girl comes from. She's not going to be just a regular woman. But for some reason, we act like, oh, we're just over here in the Philippines wasting time. And this is the problem I got with a lot of men when now. I'm just over here wasting time. Well, you come a long damn way to waste time. He said, you leave with your wallet and claim you got scammed. Come on, y'all. Y'all smarter than that. Well, see, that leave with your wallet, man, it's a broad meaning, Thomas. Hal made a great point. This is what I meant when I said leave with your wallet. When you start trying to buy these women, man, they get real skeptical. It turns them off. It's like, you don't have to do that. You know, Don't buy me. You're gonna have to spend money anyway, but don't come at me like that. I mean, show me a little respect. That's why they call it the unspoken agreement. You don't have to, buy her. She already knows in her mind, okay, what that's all about. But when you start speaking it out loud, it's cringy. It makes them run, even though they already know. That's why they call it the unspoken agreement. Don't say it. I mean, if you told her what you expected for your money, man, that would be so cringy, wouldn't it? So you keep it to yourself. You don't say it. You just expect it, and she knows it. She knows what you expect. These women are smart over here. They're not stupid, man. They're not stupid at all. But when you say it out loud, my God, it's cringy. You say, okay, I'm gonna take care of everything, but you're gonna give me a blowjob on demand. I want the back door. I want, just say, the crazy stuff that we're thinking in our mind. Imagine if you said that to her. You wouldn't get no woman over here. They'd all run from your ass. So it's best uh, just to keep it unspoken. Be silent about that. Yeah, see, this is what we mean by leading with your wallet. Don't just start throwing your money at the woman and acting like, oh yeah, I'm this big shot, and whatever you want, I got it. That's leading with your wallet. That's you have no class when you do that. It is bad taste, he said, but it's the same in the USA. It's a bad taste and classless to try to impress a woman from the beginning based on what we have or claim to have. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. This is exactly what we're saying. Don't lead with your wallet. Okay, but in the other aspect of that is you're gonna have, if I'm 73, it's only my wallet that's getting me in the door with the 23-year-old. Can we all agree on that? That she's not with me because, oh, you look good for 73. Are you in good shape for 73? Okay, we're all clear on that, right? That's not why she's dating 73-year-old men, because these women aren't from outer space over here. Okay, you turn that thing around and they got the money. They're not looking at 73-year-old men. Filipinos over here who got money, they're not looking at 73-year-old men. Okay, they have good families, good money. Look at our daughter, they're 19. They want her to be in the beauty pageants and stuff like that. Okay, very attractive young lady. She's not looking at a 49-year-old, a 59, a 69-year-old man because she don't have to. She's in a good situation. Okay, the ones that are in good situations who have money. Okay, and that's not a problem. They're not dating men 40 and 50 and 60 years older than them. And I'm not, you know, putting anybody down for doing that. If I was in that same situation, I would probably do it. Okay, but I'm just telling you that's why they do it. Don't act like that's not it. That's not why they do it. Yeah, it is when when we come right out like that, Thomas, and say it. But it's unspoken, guys. Y'all know that. Okay. They're not ashamed when they're in that nice condo in IT Park and they riding on the back of you in a brand new motorcycle. Okay. And all of that. Okay. But they just don't want you to come out and try to buy them. That's cringy, man. It is bad taste. Okay. That's right. This is all I'm saying. Okay. It's just the way that there's a way that you go about doing it. And a lot of times it's just quietly Philippine black man. He said, don't be fooled though. The bottom line is that they all want money. I dated men before I found my right one. It's true. It's true. I mean, that's the basics that some of us can't even agree on the basics. We won't even agree on that. You always got some guy that's going to come and jump in and say, oh, it's not the case. Okay. My woman don't want me for that. Okay. Oh, she's got her own money. Okay. Then why is she dating you? You're 40 years older than her. You're long past your prime. You know, you got one foot in the grave and one slipping. Your hair is 3 different colors. You done dyed your eyebrows. Okay. Your nose hairs are 2 inches long coming out of your nose, and your ears and your nose, you smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day. You drink a liter of cheap liquor every damn day. But she's with you because of that, because she likes to trim nose hairs and ear hairs. Okay. Hey, what's up, Hybrid 711, man? Happy New Year. Thanks for that super chat, brother. He's over in Thailand, I believe. He said, good stuff, Cal. Peace. Yeah, I guess that's why the woman's with him, Hybrid 711, because she likes to trim nose hairs and ear hairs and dye. Yeah. He said, sounds like Ricky John. That's exactly. See, there ain't no women, no woman in the Philippines with his fat, sloppy looking ass because he's fat and sloppy with hair growing out of his nose, his hair 3 and 4 colors. But he'll get on YouTube and put everybody else down like he's really Tom Cruise. Funny. Yeah, that's exactly the type of people that I'm talking about. He said they say most of the black guys, well, I guess that's subjective. Not that many here, really. He said, of course, there's got to be something in it for her. Nose, ear, back, stomach, hair, everywhere. Yeah. But these men are looking themselves in the mirror every damn day. That they convince themselves that the woman's not their money that the woman wants. It's that damn toe jam between the damn big toe and the other toe. What they call the toe next to the big toe. We're just saying it is what it is. So why even deny it? Just go along with it, man. Have a good time, live your life, man, because that's what we come over here for. We don't want to come over here and argue over the details. If you're 70 years old or 61 like me, I got a 41-year-old woman, I'm happy as hell. Okay. I know that there's, money is at the root of that. Finance. And then it's up to me to move it to romance. If you're not the right guy, I don't care how much money you got, man, really. You got to be the right guy. Yeah. He said, I love the agreement and I'm coming. That's all. That's all we got to worry about. That agreement. It's there. It's an ironclad agreement. It's there for everybody, man. Every man. We didn't even create it. It's already there for the new guys coming. It's even more set in stone than it was when I came. Because I didn't even know it existed, even though it was there. Y'all know it's there. So now, you can come here with a little bit more confidence. You know a little bit more about the game, a whole lot more about the game than I did. This is all we're trying to do is put you up on the game. Put you up on the game more than what we were. But if guys are in denial, you can't help them. You can't help them, man. But you see, even if you're in denial, You see it with your own eyes when you cut on the YouTube. And you see the couples. What YouTuber doesn't have, a decent woman for them? That you know that if they were in America, they wouldn't have any England or wherever they're from. You're not gonna have anything that is close to that. What? Look at all of them. Old dog, Mike Philippine Experience, me. Every man has a story before he passed away. All of them. Fly me to the Philippines. All of them. Texas Filipino. Uh, Name some more. And look at the woman they with. And then, okay, now come back and talk to me. We know what it's all about, man, but we just over here living our best life. We're smart enough to know. Well, I'm not going to push back on that. If some guy says, "Oh, she's with you for your money," yeah, well, ask me what I'm with her for. Then we can have a balanced conversation. But if you're just going to keep talking about what she wants, that's unbalanced. Because I'm sure getting what I want. I mean it. Yeah, we say that all the time. She said, never judgmental, just think in logic and wisdom as one should have as they age. Yeah, for your life, Ruby. But we got to live and let live. I mean, if we only had a real set or just a rigid set of rules, man, what kind of life would that be? And once I get a certain age, I can only date women my age, or I can't have babies, excuse me, or I can't go out and have a good time with the boys because I've hit that age now. I've only got to be join the deacon board, and I got to sit on the front row in church and all of that. See, the people who we get all of these manners and stuff from, they're devils themselves. There's nobody to give us those rules. They don't even live by them. But if certain people have, if a woman has a baby at 70, she's a celebrity. Okay, even at 50 or 55. Certainly anything over 55, she's a celebrity, but a man, he's irresponsible. All these old rules, there's only two rules, guys. Okay, obey the law wherever you are, and don't violate the rights of your fellow man. Everything else is bullshit, man. They make that stuff up. They make it up. They literally make it up. If you obey the law and you don't violate the rights of your fellow man, you're not gonna have any problem. But they start making stuff up, and you only got to be a certain age, okay, to have babies, really. So what's the cutoff? What is the responsible age, Ruby, that men should stop having babies? Because real woman is thinking differently than a man. This channel is 92% men. You're going to get a lot of pushback when you say stuff like that. I don't care. I respect your thinking and your comments and feedback. I'm just throwing it out there, though. Like, well, what is the age when a man should stop having a baby? Especially when he's dealing with a woman who's in her childbearing years. What do you think's going to come of that? So we're supposed to say to the lady, no, you're not going to wait till I die before you have babies? So you can have babies with a man younger, who's less responsible, who's less financially stable, okay, who's still sowing his oats and all of that. Hey, what's up, Brad? We just be having conversations, man. This is what we need. We need a support group. We need to be sharing information because they're sharing information over here. They'll tell you that all the years I've been over here, they just wasted. I don't know nothing. I just been over here for on and over 15 years, and I haven't learned nothing. This is what people will try to convince you. Nobody's an expert, man. Nobody's an expert on the Philippines. Hell, the Filipinos aren't even experts on the Philippines. Well, you don't have to be an expert to share your experience, strength, and hope. He said, shave, take a shower, then put on some clean clothes, and you're going to be a star over here. Yeah, as long as you got money, money's going to determine your value. You can't just do that and show up, Thomas, without no money. You're leaving out the money, and make sure you have money in your pocket or in the bank. Our pension coming in every month. This is what we're not saying. You need money over here. Nobody watching this who's in the Philippines now would be over here if they didn't have some kind of money. You wouldn't have the woman that's laying next to you at night. This is basic stuff. We're saying it over and over because we're trying to break through y'all hard heads. It's like y'all not listening. That's why it says, with all the information available, why are men still being scammed online? Because we're hard headed. We don't want help. Cisco, he says, Ruby, it's not logic when you question why someone wants to have a child. It's none of your business, respectfully. I'm just saying, when we live by these rigid set of rules, man, I think that's what's wrong with society. Everybody knows what's right for me when you don't even know what's right for yourself. How old are we supposed to be when we stop having children? Remember, there's biology at play. See? But when you flip the script and you tell the woman, hey, whatever side of that abortion argument you're on, it's a whole different argument. It's my body, it's my choice, and you leave me alone. But a man, we don't have that choice. Oh, you're being irresponsible. And you can have that same argument with a woman that's going out there having unprotected sex, getting pregnant, then going to the family planning place and having the baby, killed or whatever it is. I'm not into that argument, but I'm just because that's none of my business. So if a man wants to have a baby at 70, if he can still have a baby, I don't get it. Yeah, this is the place for us. When you get a certain age in the West, you need to sit down, man. Paul. If I'm at home, I got to sit down. My daughters are going to be calling me, hey, can you babysit? Like my life is over at 61. I'm not supposed to do anything but go to church 4 days a week. That's my life. And play bingo on Tuesday. Wait for the bus to take us to Walmart on Thursday. But if you're 61 over there, you're in good shape, you still have a sound mind and body, and you want to deal with a 35 or 40-year-old woman, they'll run you out of town, man. You old over there, man. The hell with that, man. I'm not buying that anymore. Age is nothing but a number when you're still capable of doing everything you could 20 years ago. I'm no different now at 61 than I was at 41. I'm just 20 years older. I can do everything I could do at 41. So I'm getting ready to collect Social Security. I couldn't do that at 41. I can still blow women's backs out, man. I don't want to hear that. See, that kind of stuff rubs me the wrong way when you tell me I'm getting too old to do certain things. Bullshit. I already showed you. Look at that Matt Bassett. Me and him was about the same age. He walked across the United States, man. The guy walked from Oregon to South Carolina. Man, y'all better stop with all this age-ism. Yeah, that rubs me the wrong way, man. When they say you're too old to do something. Well, what am I supposed to do at my age? Huh? He said older women resent older me because they can still older resent older men, okay, because they can still produce late in life if they choose. But we didn't create that. Okay, we have something called testosterone that plays a big part in that, in us still being able to do things at an older age than women. And they resent it. Yeah, they resent it because it's less and less men that they have to choose from. Look it up. You're going to see once a woman, look at the percent of women having sex over 60 versus a man having sex over 60. This is why they don't like us. I don't want to be with a 60-year-old woman because I'm not 60 biologically. I'm not 60. Okay. And we don't have anything in common other than we're both 61. You're not going to dole out sex to me whenever you feel like it, once a month or whatever it is. That's crazy. But because I speak my mind, they get mad at me. Like, how old am I supposed to be when I'm supposed to stop having children? What am I supposed to do, Ruby? And anybody else on here that thinks that once men get a certain age, we're supposed to sit down and read books to the grandkids all damn day. That's all. He said, yeah, it's a double standard. He said, anyone honest knows the same way women in America find their wealthy men worth approaching is the same way men in the Philippines with a decent income or pension will find themselves approached. Well, it's true, but here's the thing. We're not wealthy in our own countries. But what you're saying is absolutely right, though. But most of the people who follow my channel don't fit into either one of these categories. We got a special category. Okay, and when we come over here, they think we're rich. And I tell you guys all the time, that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Because that's going to get your foot in the door. Otherwise, you don't have nothing coming, man. They don't just date 70-year-old men over here just to date them. I think y'all know that already. You better hope she thinks you rich. He says it's always a double standard for women to ask a man his age, but it's disrespectful for a man to ask a woman. It's all kind of double standards over that because we've created a effed up society in the West. If I was to tell a woman what to do with her body, man, they would counsel me. If I get on one of these platforms and start talking about, women 50 years old need to sit their ass down, talking about having babies and, being surrogate mothers and stuff like that, man, they would come at me ferociously. They'd cut my damn head off. But here's the thing, in America, see, they never let you grow up. This is the problem I had with my ex-wife, my American wife. She treated me like I was one of the children. She talked to me like I was one of the children, man. I'm like, I'm your husband. I'm 40 plus years old. It's not like I'm acting like a child. They never let you grow up. They want to tell you what to do when you're 70. It's crazy over there, man. I'm sorry. I got out of there. I saw the writing on the wall a long time ago. Some men can't handle it. They exploding. And they getting radicalized and all of that, man. See that man in New Orleans, hell, he was a normal guy. So that society got hold of his ass. Some people can't handle that pressure, man. Pressure bursts pipes. But you're not gonna tell me what to do at 61 years old. I'm through explaining to people why I do what I do and the decisions I make. It's none of your business. I don't have to explain to you anymore. I'm not 16. But why are you over in the Philippines? Because I want to. I'm grown. I made that decision. Oh, you having a babies at 56? Because I can. I owe nobody an explanation. At what point, I've asked this question on my live stream before, At what stage does a man reach when he no longer has to answer those type of questions? In America, there is no age. It's only till you die. They're gonna ask an 80-year-old man, well, why you want to go to the Philippines and date a 30-year-old woman? What's up, Rashad? He said, you expected to be a grandpa with your wallet out over here. Yeah. Brothers who are older is considered a dirty old man if they want a younger woman in the West. Yeah. But Lisa Ray can what she wants. Or what's the other one? Rashad. That used to go with 50 Cent. That's just retarded looking. Now I'm like, what's her name, guys? They played on Independence Day with Will Smith. It's like, lady, why didn't you just grow old gracefully? You look worse with that old liposuction or whatever it is. What's her name, man? And when they're 40, something like that, Vivica Fox, yeah. She looks worse than if she'd have just left her face and everything alone and just aged normally. I don't know what she looks like now. She ruined herself. But it's okay for her. They brought her on the national TV and, it went viral. When she said, I'm 60, I'm looking for, a boyfriend or a husband or whatever it is. They made a big deal out of that. But if you go and say that, you better sit your old ass down somewhere. They're chasing them young women. It's biology, man. There is no age limit, Frank. They made this up. They making shit up over there. There is no age limit. And then they'll start justifying it. They'll get them talking points. Okay, I'm gonna say this, man. And because I got to get ready to get off of here. This is Sunday. We got to go to the store and all that. But this Saquon Barkley stuff, man, has really pissed me off. Okay? And I don't really follow sports. This man is 100 yards from breaking Eric Dickerson's record, 101. But now you got all these talking heads on there talking about, they're right for resting him. He might get hurt. Every time the man goes out on the field, he's liable to get hurt. Okay, playing doesn't guarantee that he's not going to get hurt, but sitting him out is going to guarantee that he's not going to break that record. You're going to drag me and dog me out the whole season, 345 carries. You can't give me 20 more carries to break this record. You're going to say, we're going to sit you down because we want you for the Super Bowl run. There's no guarantee that you're going to win the Super Bowl. It's pissed me off because he won't stand up and say, look, man, I'm playing. That's what y'all pay me for. I'm paying. He's not being selfish, guys. Okay? They owe him that. This is the stuff that pisses me off over there. When somebody else is in control of your life. Somebody wrote a book a long time ago. Okay? About these athletes being slaves. That's why they call them owners. I'm not going to come this far and you're going to turn me around. Bullshit. And then I'm going to get on national TV and pretend like I'm okay with it. That's what pissed me off. I'm madder at him and his teammates than I am at the cocksuckers that made that decision. That's an effed up decision right there. And as a lifelong NFL fan, I feel cheated. They're going to keep on talking about, he said, you put all the stars. No, you don't. Every time they step on the field, Thomas, they run a risk of getting hurt. It's not going to guarantee them anything. If anything, it's going to guarantee that they go into their playoff game rusty. Football is all about timing and stuff. Jalen Hurts ain't played in 2 or 3 weeks. It's foolishness, man. So you think because he don't play, because he can't get hurt in the playoff game? Foolishness, man. No, I'm sorry. And if I'm his teammates, I'm saying, look, as an offensive lineman, I want to be a part of that history. But this is the type of stuff that pisses me off about over there. And then they got all these talking points. That's all it is. A lot of the guys who are saying, oh, yeah, they're making the right decision, keep him out, they never played football before. And then you get the guys who play football who are agreeing with them. They're part of the establishment. Go on and see what Shady said. He's liable to lose his job. He was on the what's it called, the facility. He let them people have it. The running back that Saquon Barkley broke his record in Philly. He was telling the truth. He's like, it's bullshit, man. He said, lost again tonight. Oh, wow. Steelers did. Okay, I'm getting ready to come. But I'm just saying, whether either way you look at it, guys, is all I'm saying is I don't agree with that decision. You can see the hurt in his eyes. He said it hurt his father. The only reason we're talking about Eric Dickerson now is because he got that record. Otherwise, you don't talk about Eric Dickerson. But sitting him out doesn't guarantee anything other than he's not going to break that record. It doesn't guarantee them a Super Bowl. It doesn't guarantee that. Okay, say for instance, like the one guy said, what if he was 20 yards away, Thomas? What would you do? If he was 20 yards away instead of 100, would you let him go and do it then? Oh, but what if that 20 yards takes 5 or 6 carries? He can get hurt on that. See, it's bullshit, man. That man wants to break that record. But we're such cowards over there, man, when it comes to stuff like that. We won't stand up. If the fans stood up and said, look, it's bullshit. We demand that you play this man. We could force them to play him. But no, we go along with it and be saying, oh, yeah, that man's hurt. Hey, the Sigma Enigma, thank you for that super chat. He said the pastor had single moms and men stand to pair us up. He says, a man with no kids, it felt like a setup. Moments like this make me question hope in America. Oh, okay. He said the pastor had single moms and men stand to pair us up. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, that shit's made up, man. You got to learn to think for yourself. Don't let these people think for you. This is the biggest problem we got. That's all. That's the biggest problem as I see it over there. Okay, but being healthy doesn't guarantee them a Super Bowl. What happens when they don't win the Super Bowl? Because that's why they claim they're holding him out. They didn't hold. The Detroit Lions took their whole team to San Francisco when they had nothing to prove. They were the #1 seed. He wants to keep them people sharp. Resting people, man, it's a big mistake. Even Bill Belichick said it. He said, imagine if I'm asking people like Tom Brady and all these guys to take a break. Yeah, he said if they're hurting, if they've got a nagging knee injury or something that they're struggling with, and I may pull them out. He said, but if they're healthy, I'm playing them. Then they want to talk about the NBA and all this load management. It's bullshit, man. Let that man break that record. Because here's the reason I say break it, Thomas, because before the year started, they're trying to devalue the running back. Now the running back has come back in a big way. All of them. Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry. Okay? He's going to carry the banner by saying, okay, look, I'm the most important man on your squad. That's bullshit. It's a conspiracy, man. These owners know each other. And then to have him break the record against the damn team that threw him away, wouldn't pay him, said he wasn't worth it, running backs aren't nothing. Bullshit, man. That's what pisses me off. And we got people agreeing with that bullshit. There's something behind that. Hey, thank you, Rand. I appreciate you, man. I mean that, man. He said, thanks for the super chat. He said, I can't watch this morning. Glad to see you still doing live streams. Pass on the money to someone in need. Late Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Oh, absolutely, man. We had the drawing last night. As you know, I have a drawing every week for the last 4.5 years. But thank you, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, this is what pisses me off. They try to devalue the running back. They don't want to pay him. Now you got a man that's going to come along and break the record. What's that saying to the owners? It's all about money, man. That's why they pay you for performance. Okay, they talk about, oh, it's a team sport. Then why don't they pay everybody on the team the same amount of money then? Because it's not a team sport. It's about individual and individual performance. You know, bullshit, man. It pisses me off, man. And they got guys agreeing with that. Yeah, okay. He said, well, Eric Dixon broke the record with 16. Okay, but OJ broke it in 14. What's that mean? Okay, Dallas. And Saquon Barkley has less carries than Eric Dickerson. So what's your point here? Right now, he's got 35 less carries than Eric Dickerson had during the season that he broke the record. So what's your point you're trying to make here? Okay? And he broke OJ's record, and OJ did it in 14 games. But so many guys have already run for 2,000 yards, but we forget about them. You can't name me the 9 guys who run for 2,000 yards without Googling it. You know why? Because they mean nothing. The only one you can really remember is Eric Dickerson because he's number one. But they're going to say that record don't mean anything. Foolishness, man. I'm pissed at Saquon Barkley. I'm pissed at, what's the quarterback's name? Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, the offensive line, all the big stars on their team, man. You're supposed to come to the organization and say, no, we want that. You done dogged this man out and ran him into the ground. Do you know how hard it is to get 2,000 yards? Who's ever got 2,000 yards 2 years in a row? I'll wait. This is a once in a lifetime. This is the reason they're going to come back around and not want to pay him somewhere down the line. Okay? This is the shit I don't like over there. They play them kind of games. See, if you're a good guy over there, they're going to run you over. That's all. But thank y'all so much for your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support with Sunshine Shoulders, man. Thank y'all again for the help that y'all gave Jonathan Gant. Hell, he already, man, people love this man. He already had 37,000 in his GoFundMe before I even heard about his situation. He really must be a hell of a guy, man. And so, you know, I just want to thank y'all, man, for stepping up and supporting that situation. He's not out of harm's way, man. What happened to him is a very, very serious thing. I hope he makes it, man. But I went on that little rant, man, because I'm gonna tell you, this has been built up in me, man, ever since I heard they wasn't gonna play him. That's an injustice, man. It's the type of shit I've been dealing with my whole life. You're going to take me all the way there and then you're going to tell me I can't play, I can't break the record. Then you're going to put all these talking points in there, knowing good and well they ain't talk to his players. Football players play football. That's what they get paid for. They don't get paid to rest. Resting doesn't guarantee anything, only that you're going to be rusty for the next game. But take care, y'all. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do nothing stupid. Stop sending that money over here. Okay? I'm going to read this. Under what circumstances is it okay to send money to a chatmate? Absolutely none. We sent all the money over here for you, so you don't have to do it. Make your plans. Get it together. Okay? I'll be over there. This is what we're going to do. The unspoken agreement's already there. You're already going to spend money when you get here. You're going to need the money that you're sending beforehand when you get here. Trust me. Okay? You're going to need it. Them trips at Boracay and buying them damn 950 peso cheeseburgers. You're going to need that money, guys. And remember, don't guarantee nothing. Watch this next video I do. You think they mad at me for this last video I did? Wait till this next one. You can send all that money over here, and then some other Tom, Dick, or Harry show up. And all that money you can sit over here. All them promises you done made for nothing.